Hello, writers. This is Solly with Pendraic, and today we're just going to spend a quick 5 minutes talking about some of the nitty-gritty, how to get AI set up in Pendraic. This is a boring but necessary setup to make the whole thing work. Let's knock this out. Pendraic runs on AI. Two ways to handle that. The easy one is to use the Pendraic managed AI service, top off your credits, spend credits, consume them, creating stuff, engaging with Penny, using AI. Anytime you're using AI, you're burning credits or tokens. The other way is to bring your own API key. So if you are savvy and have accounts with the main providers, Claude, OpenRouter, OpenAI, Grok, XAI, Google Gemini, then you can go into your dashboard and you can create a new API key. Pretty straightforward. So today we're going to focus on that. Get your API key stored in Pendraic and get to work. So first we'll go to the AI Tools tab in your dashboard. You have your API keys as your default sub-tab that prompts through. You can set up your preferred models, your prompt builder, and your model cost to see all of the available models and what their cost as of every run we do every 12 hours, it's updated. So if anything changes, new models are added, pricing has changed, it's up there twice a day. Today we're going to just focus on Anthropic. We're just going to click the Get an Anthropic key. If you're not signed into your Anthropic Claude platform, then you need to be. We're going to go up to Create a Key. We're just going to call this one Pendraic. Sorry, my keyboard's not in the right spot, so I'm fat fingering all my keys. And we're going to add it, and we're just going to copy that key. I'm not going to blur that out. I'm going to roll it immediately, so it won't be used, but there's what your key is kind of going to look like, a whole bunch of gibberish. Back in the dashboard for Anthropic, we're just going to paste that key in. And we're just going to say this is, we're just going to say test key. We're going to connect and we'll authenticate it. We've confirmed it is connected. So now we're good. Now you can go over to preferred model. Since you have an Anthropic key stored, just select Anthropic down on the preferred model bar, and it will bring up the Anthropic available models and their prices per 1 million tokens based on the key that you have saved. If you have an OpenRouter key saved, which I currently do not, you'll see all of the options that are available through OpenRouter. If you have a Google AI, you'll see all your Google options. If you have XAI for Grok, etc. You can do favorites. If you go down to the bottom in the catalog, you can just star things, create your favorites, so they show up quick find in your favorites. And you can see a list of your favorites. And you can set your failover key. So your primary would be whatever you have set. So we'll set Anthropic. I prefer Anthropic Claude models. They're really good at writing fiction compared to a lot of the others that kind of wander or maybe don't follow as good instructions. But I'm going to go with Anthropic Claude Sonnet 4.6, 4.7, 4.8 should be out soon, but we'll use 4.6. So our primary is set to Claude Sonnet 4.6. You can also set up your failover chain. You'd have to enable it first. You can allow it. You can turn it off. But your failover chain, you can set either Anthropic, OpenAI, anything you've got keys for, Google AI, XAI. And that goes for Pendraic managed AI as well. If you have Pendraic managed AI as your primary, you can also bring your own key for your backups. So if you are in the middle of a project and you run out of credits, that workflow will not stop because of that error. It will continue. It will just go to your next in line failover, and then your tertiary failover, and then your quaternary failover if you have all four set up, primary and 3 backups. Now that you have AI set up on here, you have your API key in here, you can engage Penny. Just bring Penny up and say, hello, give me 2 ideas in the fantasy genre. Now, Penny spit out 2 ideas in the fantasy genre. So I didn't really give anything other than just fantasy. So what happened was Claude Sonnet has a default for genres. So you'll see Cartographer of the Forgotten Wars or Cartographer of the Forgotten Coast or the Forbidden Coast. You'll see a cartographer story for fantasy, and the Depth Collector for the Dead is another one. You do fiction, you do fantasy, you do Western, any of those main genres, you ask Claude for a very generic question, you're going to get the same answer every time. If your goal is to have AI produce something for you that's unique and original, be more specific. Give it some more bullets or some more data points. Don't just give it something high level and generic, or you're going to get something high level generic back that any other person that asks for that same basic information is going to get. So you're not actually getting something original. Definitely don't write a story about the map maker or the cartographer of Forgotten Wars. Don't have Sonnet do it. It'll create a whole book for you. There's probably thousands of them already published, people not paying attention to AI generation and just throwing that slop up. Don't join them. Add some other context there. And this is why Penny is so strong. Penny is the chatbot that is incorporated into the entire Pendraic backend. So Penny can tell you are in the dashboard, you're in AI tools, you're within a manuscript editing a certain scene, you're in the world builder, you're doing anything, you bring Penny up and you ask for some help. Penny is automatically going to associate by default with whatever you're working on in the program. And you don't have to tab back and forth to a chatbot or do any of that. You're not pasting your plot over to a chatbot every single time. Penny maintains all of that, and that's all done by AI and tokens. And that's really it. We got the API key set up from Anthropic. We could do the same with all of the other providers if we want to, and we can get right to work. No hemming and hawing. We can get right in. We can start creating. We can create a new book, and we can randomize it if we want to have completely random options. We can start filling stuff in, randomize the rest, whatever you want to do. Get to it. And don't forget, join the Pendraic Discord server if you need any real-time assistance, tips, guidance, banter with other writers, you name it. We're available there. Happy writing, and I will see you next time when we make your first book from scratch.